Hello everyone, this is part 2 of What If Naruto Was Hashirama's Heir, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Naruto awoke today feeling amazing. Today, it'd all be official. Naruto would register, then head to the academy to meet his Jonin sensei. After getting ready, Naruto trekked off to get his registration taken care of. After the short walk and getting his ninja face on for his photograph, Naruto headed in to give his papers to the Hokage. "Hey Gigi," said a happy Naruto after spotting Hiruzen decked out in his Hokage attire as usual. Hiruzen smiled upon Naruto's arrival. Naruto seemed to always brighten people's days, or at least his. "Hello Naruto-kun, I see you have your ninja registration," he said as he held out his hand to grab Naruto's papers. Well Konoha Genin, Naruto Senju, ninja registration number 012607, you are official and looking good there my boy, said Hiruzen with a warm smile. Before Naruto could reply, he sensed someone coming toward the door. After a few seconds, that person came flying through the door wielding a paper shuriken. The assailant had short, spiky brown hair. He wore a yellow shirt with Konoha's symbol on it in red, gray shorts, and a long blue scarf. He was a kid, who couldn't be older than 8. "Today's the day old man," shouted the kid as he charged at Hiruzen. However, 2 steps in, he tripped on his oversized scarf and fell flat on his face. The Sandaime sighed as he stated, "Naruto, this is Konohamaru. He wants to defeat me in a battle to earn the Hokage title." "That was the most pathetic attempt at beating someone I have ever seen," said Kurama watching the scene in amusement. Naruto mentally nodded at Kurama's claim. And eventually, after that moment of shame, Konohamaru had gotten up and pointed an accusing finger at Naruto. "You tripped me. I was this close to beating the old man but you had to ruin it," said Konohamaru in a murderous tone. "Hey, you tripped on your scarf. I had nothing to do with your failure just now," said Naruto confused about how he got into this predicament. Another person entered the room, cutting Naruto from his musings. "Honorable grandson," came the voice from a man named Ebisu. Ebisu is a Tokubutsu Jonin, special Jonin, of the Leaf who wears the standard outfit of Konoha Shinobi without the flak jacket. He also dons a pair of black sunglasses and wears his forehead protector bandana style. He is also known throughout the Konoha Shinobi populace as a suck up, and as such brown noses those above him or those with enough significance. Since he only heard Konohamaru yelling and didn't realize he was talking to the Senju boy, he said, "You scoundrel, what did you do to the Sandaime's grandson?" Upon hearing that declaration, Naruto's eyebrows raised slightly as he looked back at Konohamaru. Konohamaru smirked when he saw Naruto's face and expected he'd kiss his feet like everybody else upon realizing who he was and how the Sandaime was his grandfather. "I did nothing to Konohamaru here. He tripped on his scarf. And I could care less if he's the Sandaime's grandson. That means nothing to me whatsoever. Titles like that are pointless and, even if we were going by that, he'd lose as I outrank him being related to 2 Hokages," said Naruto, who waved goodbye to the Hokage and disappeared via a shunshin. This got varied reactions around the room. Hiruzen watched the scene pleased as he knew Konohamaru liked being called Konohamaru and not honorable grandson. He had a name. Konohamaru was staring in awe, not because of who Naruto's ancestry was, but because he called him Konohamaru and not to mention how cool he looked vanishing like that. Ebisu became shocked. If he had known it was Senju-sama he was speaking to, he would have changed what he said to him. Naruto appeared at the academy, where he trotted into his class and took his usual seat next to Sasuke. After an exchange of greeting and since he was so early, Naruto decided to take a nap. After about 20 minutes, Iruka walked in to give out the team assignments as Sasuke woke up Naruto. "Beginning today, all of you are real shinobi. But you're still merely rookie genin, the hard part hasn't begun yet. Now you will soon be assigned duties by the village. Today, we will put you in your 3-man teams and assign each team a Jonin sensei. You will follow their instructions from this point on," said Iruka with a proud smile as he gave out the team assignments. Naruto could care less about any team that wasn't his or one of his friends. So he didn't care until he heard his name called and was happy with the team. Team 7 is Naruto Senju, Sasuke Uchiha. Mentioning those two names, it seemed every girl in the room who hadn't been picked yet sat hoping for placement with the two hottest guys in their class. Sakura Haruno. Your sensei is Kakashi Hatake. Yes. Love prevails overall, said Sakura as she fist-pumped the air for being with Sasuke. There were also some incoherent mumbles of bullshit, not fair, and foreheads with my man. Iruka continued after quieting down the class. Team 8 is Shino Aburame, Kiba Inuzaka, and Hinata Hyuga. Your sensei is Kurenai Yuhi. Team 9 is still in circulation, so Team 10 is Choji Akamaiki, Shikamaru Nara, and Ino Yamanaka. Your sensei is Asuma Sarutobi. And with that said, Iruka bid them all good luck and farewell as their senseis would arrive shortly. 2 hours later, one at a time, each jonin came to pick up the team right after Iruka finished speaking. However, it had been 2 hours and Team 7's sensei hadn't arrived yet. Sakura was fuming at this point, wondering why he hadn't shown up. Naruto remained calm and even shut his eyes to sleep some more. Sasuke was in between each of them. He was calm like Naruto, but his eyebrow twitched every few seconds to show his irritation. I don't care if this guy's a jonin. Who the hell is 2 hours late? Shrieked a practically seething Sakura as she ground her teeth together. Naruto opened his eyes as he said, Sakura-chan. You're loud again. Sakura blushed with embarrassment. Naruto had told her she shrieked at times, and after everyone's agreement, she had begun to try to tone it down, though she still had outbursts occasionally. Shortly afterward, Naruto perked up slightly and stared at the door. A few seconds later, a man with gravity-defying, silver hair came through the door. He had on the standard outfit of Konoha shinobi along with a face mask that covered his nose down. He also wore his headband around his forehead, though it slanted down to cover his left eye. Team 7. After a nod, he said, my first impression of you guys. You seem like a nice bunch. Meet me on the roof in 5 minutes, as he disappeared in a puff of smoke. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura made their way to the roof to meet up with Kakashi. Once they arrived, they noticed their sensei was reading an orange book. He looked as if he was oblivious to his surroundings, but Naruto could see the critical eye he had on them. After Kakashi noticed everyone was ready, he began. Glad you all made it. Now, how about we start by having you all introduce yourselves, said Kakashi as he put his book away. What should we say? Asked Sakura. How about your likes, dislikes, dream for the future, and your hobbies, answered Kakashi with a bored tone. Could you go first? As an example, said Sakura with a smile. Kakashi let out a sigh. Fine. My name is Kakashi Hatake. I do not want to tell you my likes or dislikes. Dreams for the future. I have many hobbies, said Kakashi as he pointed at Naruto to go. Naruto grew disheartened as he only learned his sensei's name but smiled at it being his turn to introduce himself. My name is Naruto Senju. I like ramen, forests, and gardens. I dislike the 3 minutes it takes to make ramen and traitors. My dream for the future is to surpass all the Hokages and protect this village, that way everyone has to acknowledge me. Hobbies. I have a bonsai tree in training, said Naruto still smiling. He's grown up interesting, though Kakashi. Next, said Kakashi looking at Sasuke. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. There are tons of things I dislike and only a few things I do like. And I don't use the word dream, for I have an ambition. To revive my clan and kill a certain man, said Sasuke. Figured as much, thought Kakashi. And lastly, the girl, said Kakashi to Sakura. My name is Sakura Haruno. I like, said Sakura as she peeked at Sasuke, I mean the person I like is my dream for the future. Oh my. The thing I dislike is Ino Pig, finished Sakura. Typical girl her age, love over jutsu, thought Kakashi before saying, well, tomorrow marks the start of Team 7. I'll see you all tomorrow for survival training, said Kakashi. Survival training. But didn't we do enough training in the academy, Kakashi-sensei? Asked a confused Sakura, who also had looks of confusion from Naruto and Sasuke. This training is different. I will be your opponent, but that is not all. This is an exam in which only 9 out of the 27 graduates will pass. It has a 66% failure rate, said Kakashi with a chuckle at his genin's faces of shock. You will meet me at 8 tomorrow morning. Bring your shinobi gear, and I suggest not eating breakfast, said Kakashi, and before anyone could ask him any more questions, he vanished in a puff. Naruto pondered those words before he too told his teammates goodbye and left via a shunshin. Sasuke decided to do some more training for tomorrow, and Sakura just headed home to also prepare for tomorrow as well. It would be a big day. The next day, 11 a.m. The next morning, it had been a long 3-hour wait as Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura arrived at 8 awaiting their sensei's arrival. Sasuke stood leaning on a tree scowling slightly as he waited. Sakura was inwardly fuming again. Naruto mediated as he waited, still racking his brain over what Kakashi said yesterday. Naruto then opened his eyes as his sensei appeared several seconds later. "You're late," came the yell from Sakura as Sasuke and Naruto agreed, although less vocal than their pink-haired teammate. Upon noticing the questioning looks from his genin, Kakashi explained his tardiness. "I was on my way here when I saw a black cat cross my path. I didn't want bad luck, so I took a long way around," said Kakashi in a tone that seemed that he was completely honest. Sasuke and Sakura immediately recognized the horrible lie. However, Naruto immediately understood, he wouldn't want bad luck either and probably would have walked around as well. "Okay, it's set to noon," said Kakashi as he pulled a clock out and sat it on one of the training posts. He then took out 2 bells and said, "Here are 2 bells. Your task is to take one of these bells before noon. Those who cannot get a bell, get no lunch. Not only will I tie you to a stump, I'll eat your lunch in front of you," continued Kakashi as his 3 students' stomachs rumbled. That's why he said not to eat, thought Naruto as he was slowly concluding today's training. "You only need 1 bell. And since there are only 2, I will tie whoever does not get a bell to this stump here. Also, that person fails and will go back to the academy. Meaning at least one of you will be going back no matter what. You may use any ninja tools you have. I recommend coming at me with the intent to kill, otherwise, you won't get a bell," said Kakashi as all of his genin got ready. After Kakashi said to start, all 3 of them immediately scattered. After a few moments of nothing, he pulled out his book and proceeded to read. Several minutes passed by and Kakashi just shrugged as he continued to read his book. They'd have to come for him anyway. Sasuke was hiding in some trees watching Kakashi with a scrutinizing eye, trying to find the best time to strike Kakashi. He then felt a presence behind him. "Naruto, what are you doing here?" whispered Sasuke. "We need to find Sakura. I have something I need to tell you both," said a completely serious Naruto as he took off to find Sakura. Sasuke would have argued had he not seen the seriousness from Naruto and promptly followed him. After a few minutes, Naruto and Sasuke landed near the underbrush where Sakura was hiding. After making her come over to them, Naruto started. "This test is bullshit," said Naruto, completely confusing Sakura and Sasuke. "What do you mean, Naruto? And hurry up. You're wasting my time. I need to get one of those bells," said Sasuke, irritated that Naruto still hadn't got to the point yet. "Sakura-chan, what is the standard genin team in Konoha?" asked Naruto. After a prompt 3 genin, 1 jonin answer from Sakura, Naruto continued, "Thank you, with that in mind. That makes this test even more bull. We are never going to take on a jonin in a battle coming freshly out of the academy. Gigi wouldn't allow it in the real world. It just doesn't happen, so why now? The only way our chances would rise is if we work together, and even then the chances are still near 0, said Naruto as Sasuke and Sakura listened intently to their friend speak. As it was rare when he did speak like this, but usually his analyses were pinpoint. Kakashi said this test had a 66% failure rate, meaning only 9 of us will pass. From what Sakura says, you can only have 3 genin teams, full genin teams. That means this test is about teamwork, not getting the bells, said Naruto, completely confident in his deduction of this test. So we need to work together. And in the case that I am wrong, you can both have the bells. I don't mind doing another year. Sasuke and Sakura merely nodded their heads. They weren't completely convinced but figured, working together with Naruto, they had a better chance of getting the bells than working alone, especially since Naruto would willingly fail for them. So after a quick plan from Naruto, they set off to face Kakashi. Several minutes later, Kakashi still stood in the same spot since the beginning of the test. He lowered his book slightly to see Naruto standing in front of him. "You know it's basic shinobi knowledge to hide one's presence and strike from blind spots, right?" said Kakashi as he put his book away. He knew how good Naruto was. Naruto replied with, "It wouldn't have made any difference. 1. You already knew where I was. 2. You have one of your eyes covered, so you likely have found a way to cover your blind spots as you create a huge one with only one eye. And 3. I figured out your test, it's teamwork but there is a major flaw in it, said Naruto. Kakashi grew impressed with Naruto's analysis. He was right on each point though he did wonder what the flaw in the test was, and what would the flaw be? Asked Kakashi as he readied for Naruto's assault. You can't expect 3 fresh genin to come in and show teamwork to that level. Teamwork happens over bonding with each other through missions, team meetings, and being with one another. Though it is a great test to find out if a team holds the will of fire, it's still difficult to do all of that in just 1 hour, said Naruto as he placed a hand in the half-ram seal. Naruto performed a shunshin to begin his assault on Kakashi. Kakashi nodded at Naruto's explanation. He then turned around and blocked the kick to his head from Naruto. The speed behind his kick is immense, that's why it hit so hard due to the momentum built up, thought Kakashi as he continued to block each of Naruto's strikes. He then saw Naruto do a low sweep kick and jumped over it. He grew surprised when Naruto immediately stood up faster than before with a kunai in hand and went to cut the strings holding the bells to his waist. He cut the string slightly before Kakashi batted the kunai out of his hands and they jumped back from one another. To think he'd be able to get that close to the bells. Impressive, thought Kakashi before he saw Naruto hold the tiger hand seal. Nihon Shoujo no Jutsu Temple of Nirvana technique, thought Naruto as white feathers appeared around Kakashi. Kakashi immediately recognized the genjutsu and dispelled it with ease. However, as soon as he dispelled it, several kunai struck him squarely in the back. Sasuke had been mildly surprised when his kunai hit Kakashi. He did according to the plan. Once Naruto activated his genjutsu, launched the kunai at Kakashi to catch him off guard. Though he wasn't disappointed as he saw the customary log take Kakashi's place signaling a replacement. Shortly after that, Sasuke heard a scream. It seemed Kakashi had taken out Sakura. Damn, guess we go to plan B, thought Sasuke as he activated his Sharingan when he noticed Kakashi behind him and engaged the Jonin in taijutsu. Kakashi wasn't surprised to see Sasuke's Sharingan, he had read about it in Sasuke's file. However, he was in for another shock as after a few blocked hits and Sasuke's impressive agility, Sasuke managed to touch one of the bells. Upon noticing it, Kakashi immediately disengaged and slid a few feet away from Sasuke. However, he didn't notice the 3 lines of mud on the ground around him. The lines were in a perfect square surrounding Kakashi with the only uncovered side being the one facing Sasuke, who was going through several hand seals as Naruto landed beside him with his palms placed on the ground. Doton, Doryuheiki Earth style, mud wall, thought Naruto as the mud around Kakashi rose on all 3 sides creating a sort of tunnel facing his 2 students. At roughly the same time, Sasuke finished his hand seals and placed a hand near his mouth. Kaiten, Gokakyu no Jutsu fire style, grand fireball technique, said Sasuke as he unleashed a huge fireball from his mouth that flew toward Kakashi. Kakashi was about to jump up to avoid the jutsu when he noticed an equally big water ball flying down towards him. Naruto must have created that before landing next to Sasuke to activate his mud wall. Damn, that's a good combo, thought Kakashi as the area inside the mud walls exploded with steam from the fireball and water ball combination. Steam continued to rise from the impact area, obstructing the 2 genin's view. Once it cleared, they noticed there was no trace of Kakashi anywhere. Underground, thought Naruto, but it was too late as a hand grabbed him and Sasuke and proceeded to drag them both underground. Kakashi soon popped up a few feet away and smiled at the 2 heads with his lone visible eye. Doton, Shinju Zanshu no Jutsu Earth style, double suicide decapitation technique. That was nice teamwork from you 2, a great combination. You almost had me there, but you didn't. Too bad you didn't get a bell. As I'm sure you would have been great to have on my team, said Kakashi as he then noticed Sakura charging at him. Seems Naruto must have woken her up while I was in that taijutsu battle with Sasuke, thought Kakashi. Sadly, Sakura was way too weak to face Kakashi. However, before she got to him, Kakashi found himself in a full Nelson from Naruto. Due to the shock of Naruto's unexpected arrival, he didn't notice the kunai from Sasuke cut off the bells. Sakura made a dive for the bells since Kakashi was still stuck in Naruto's grip. It was all for naught as the timer went off right as Sakura made it to the bells. So close, thought Naruto as he let go of Kakashi and they all made their way to the stumps. They passed with flying colors. But why not find out to what extent, thought Kakashi as he tied Naruto to one of the stumps. Kakashi asked how Naruto got out of the ground so fast and with the answer of Doton, Morurigaku no Jutsu, Earth style, hiding like a mole technique, he nodded at the statement. At which point, Kakashi told them that they failed the test since none of them could get a bell, but since they used teamwork, he'd give them another chance. Since Naruto attacked him first, then he wouldn't be allowed lunch. So after handing Sasuke and Sakura a bento and leaving instructions to not feed Naruto, he vanished in a puff of smoke. We were so close, said Sakura as she opened her bento and began eating. Said Sasuke as he agreed and couldn't wait for another shot at the Jonin. We'll get him next time, said Naruto as he was wondering if he was wrong in his judgment of the true meaning of the test. They should have passed right. Yet they didn't, was he wrong? Eventually, his thoughts were cut short as his stomach quaked upon seeing Sasuke and Sakura eating their food. When that happened, he was in for a shock as Sasuke offered him his bento. We need you, said Sasuke begrudgingly. Had it not been for you, we would have not been so close in the first place. So here, eat up. You will not be at full strength if you are handicapped by hunger. Naruto was even more surprised when Sakura also offered her bento. Sasuke-kun is right. You need to eat something and you can eat from mine since I don't eat as much as Sasuke-kun, said Sakura as she placed a bit of food on her chopsticks and was inches away from feeding Naruto when. Boom. A huge plume of smoke appeared and out stepped an irate-looking Kakashi. You dare defy my rules. I told you not to feed Naruto, yet you disobey my orders and do it anyway. What do you have to say for yourselves before I give out divine punishment? Said Kakashi as he held the ram seal and the sky darkened considerably and lightning danced around it. Freaked out by the sudden appearance of Kakashi, Naruto shouted, because we're a team. And teammates look out for one another. That's what Konoha's built upon, teamwork. Well, if that's all you have to say, then you, said Kakashi as all the genin closed their eyes awaiting their punishment. Pass, said Kakashi with an ice smile as the sky cleared back up. What? Came the intelligent response from Sakura. Kakashi merely pointed to the memorial stone and stated, Naruto was correct. This test was to find out your teamwork and willingness to work together. I gave you all a near impossible task with rules created to make you split up and work for yourselves. Had you forsaken your teammates and worked alone, you would have failed, even if you did get a bell. You all did the opposite and that is why we are now officially Team 7. Remember these words, those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are even worse than scum, finished Kakashi. The three genins looked on with various expressions. Sakura fist pumped at officially being a team. Sasuke merely smirked in his cool way though you could see his excitement. Naruto, however, was crying tears of passion at the line that would forever be engraved in his heart. They were Team 7 and nothing would change that. Now tomorrow, we will begin missions and training to work more efficiently as a team. I expect to see you guys back here tomorrow at 9 am, until then, said Kakashi as he disappeared again in a puff of smoke. When Kakashi left, Naruto escaped the ropes that bound him to the stump as he asked, so you guys wanna train since we still have a whole day left? We all need more work, especially you Sakura. Sasuke and I are more advanced than you and we need all the links of our team to be better if we want to be the best team possible. Finished Naruto as Sasuke nodded and looked at Sakura expectantly. After a moment, Sakura agreed. She would get to spend more time with her Sasuke-kun and become a better ninja in the process since her lack of help against Kakashi-sensei was eye-opening. Time skip 6 weeks later. D-rank missions, chores if you ask Naruto, were horrible. Team 7 had done 48 D-rank missions in the past 6 weeks from walking dogs and painting fences to catching the elusive Tora, pet cat of the fire daimyo's wife. In those 6 weeks though, Team 7 held many training sessions together. Usually, 3, sometimes 4 times a week outside of missions and teamwork training with Kakashi. Naruto stayed relatively the same, steadily trying to increase the speed of his shunshin and master his ninjutsu arsenal. Kakashi even showed Naruto another clone technique as he knew about Naruto's Mokuton and Moku Bunshin's wood clones, and that he still didn't want to show it. It was the simple Iwa Bunshin no Jutsu rock clone technique. Naruto also moved to level 3 of Fuinjutsu, sealing techniques involving exploding seals. he began to attach them to his Earth clones to add a deadly surprise to the simple clone technique. Sasuke added a few more fire jutsus. One of them being, Kaiten, Hosenka no Jutsu, fire style, Phoenix Sage Flower technique, which emitted a volley of fist-sized fireballs from the user's mouth in an unpredictable way. He also added the powerful Kaiten, Ruka no Jutsu, fire style, Fire Dragon technique, which creates a powerful stream of fire from the user's mouth that takes on a dragon's appearance. Also during that time, he managed to learn several Sharingan genjutsu from his clan's library. For some reason, Kakashi even gave him tips. How Kakashi knew so much about the Sharingan was above him, but he accepted it with no questions asked. The person who progressed the most was Sakura. She began with physical exercises that at first were brutal on her due to her not getting the correct nutrition into her body. However, after hearing Naruto and Sasuke tell her to quit her diet since it'd make her body more capable of handling this type of training, it began to bear results. Her stamina, speed, and strength had improved greatly over the past 6 weeks. Naruto and Sasuke had also found out that Sakura had amazing chakra control since she was able to get tree walking and water walking relatively quickly. Since her chakra control was so good, Naruto suggested she become a medic nin. Sakura was happy with the suggestion since she knew she wouldn't be able to catch Sasuke and Naruto in the other shinobi arts, but being a medic nin added value to her place on the team. Sakura had learned the beginning medical ninjutsu, the Shosen no Jutsu, mystical palm technique. Though she could only heal small bruises and cuts, it was still better than nothing and she was proud of herself. She felt more important on the team nowadays and her confidence skyrocketed as a result. Kakashi, noticing the progress his team had made individually, I smiled because they took it upon themselves to get better. As such, he was more than happy to give out tips to help them. Due to them blossoming so well, he decided they had enough of D ranks and it was now time for their first C rank. It was a simple bodyguard duty, to escort Tazuna, a bridge builder who lived in Wave Country, back to Wave Country and guard him while he finished a bridge. It was more than easy enough for his team to handle and tomorrow they would set out on their first C rank. It was a bright and sunny day as 5 people were walking down a road. Those 5 people were the 4 members of Team 7 and their client. They were walking in a diamond formation with Naruto in front, Sasuke on the left, Sakura on the right, Kakashi trailing behind, and Tazuna, the client, in the middle of the formation. It had been a day since leaving the village to begin their first C rank. Normally the trip to Wave would be less than a day, but with Tazuna being a civilian, they had to travel at his pace. The group walked in relative peace and silence until Naruto tripped a bit. After a light chuckle at Naruto's misfortune, Sakura posed a question. Tazuna-san, you're from Wave Country, right? After a grumble of what about it? From him, Sakura turned to Kakashi and asked, Kakashi-sensei, do they have ninjas in Wave Country? No, not in Wave Country. Though their culture and customs differ, hidden villages do exist and as such, other ninjas as well, said Kakashi as he patted Sakura's head, messing up her perfectly groomed hair. Don't worry, there isn't any ninja combat on a C-rank mission. As the group walked past a puddle in the road, Sakura visibly relaxed upon hearing that. She may have gotten stronger and better as a ninja, but she was still a little scared to face an enemy ninja. Her relaxed state changed immediately when she heard, "One down." Upon hearing those words, everyone, except a captured Kakashi, turned around to watch Kakashi be torn to shreds by 2 other ninjas. Those 2 being the demon brothers, Gozu and Meizu. Both of them had shoulder-length brown hair and dark eyes. They both wore a rebreather and poisonous gauntlet on one arm. They looked the same except Gozu had a single horn on his forehead protector and a cape while Meizu had 2 horns and shaggy hair. The demon brothers, upon seeing the shocked states of the genin, took that moment to charge for the closet one, who was the blonde kid. However, when tying him up like the first ninja, they didn't notice the smirk on his face. 2 down, said the brothers, who became shocked when the kid shifted into mud as they tore him apart. Kawarimi replacement, thought Gozu and Meizu as they suddenly started feeling hotter. They looked up to see the biggest fireball either brother had ever seen come falling from the sky. The heat from it was intense and it almost seemed unreal. Genjutsu, thought Meizu as he dispelled the illusion. Upon cancelling the illusion, they failed to notice that a kunai pinned their chain to a tree. Shortly after dispelling the genjutsu, Gozu received a harsh kick from the blonde while Meizu received one from the dark-haired kid, sending them in opposite directions, snapping their chain. Despite the kicks, the brothers recovered fast enough and decided to take out the target as fast as possible and set off to deal with him. They met with the pink-haired girl and their target of Tazuna. However, when striking the two, they were just clones. Duped by some brat. Before anyone could move, Kakashi appeared and had gotten both, Gozu and Meizu, trapped under each arm. Great job team, you all handled that perfectly. Nice Magen, Jigoku no Jutsu, demonic illusion, descending hell technique Naruto. Sasuke, excellent work on breaking their chains with that kunai. And Sakura, way to get the VIP out of harm's way and even trick the enemy. Great work my cute, little genin. Tazuna, we need to talk, said Kakashi as he tied Gozu and Meizu to a tree that Sakura and Tazuna had come out from behind. These are Chunin-level mist ninjas, said Kakashi before Gozu interrupted him. How did you react so well to us? Asked Gozu. My team and I could have killed you immediately as we knew you were there for a while. First of all, Naruto, the blonde, is a censor. When he tripped, he secretly signaled to us where you were. And even if Naruto wasn't, it hadn't rained in days. So on a nice day like this, there wouldn't be a puddle on the ground, said Kakashi as he leveled a one-eyed glare at Tazuna. We didn't kill them because I wanted to find out the target. Care to explain why two Chunin are trying to kill you? Our mission dictates protecting you from thugs and thieves. Ninjas are a B rank mission at least. Looks like we'll have to return home, this mission is out of our scope, finished Kakashi as he walked over to his team. Wait, said Tazuna in a pleading voice. I'm sorry I deceived you all, but I had no other way to get protection. Our country is very poor and as a result, I can't pay for anything over a C rank. As I said before, I'm a bridge builder who's now building a bridge that'll connect Wave to the mainland. Because that'll keep us away from the shipping industry's monopoly and Gato. Gato is an evil man, who has a stranglehold on the economy of Wave by controlling the shipping industry and raising costs for those trying to move products. He makes life hell for anyone in Wave because of it. Please, I beg of you, please help me, because, without that bridge, things will only get worse. Kakashi looked indifferent at Tazuna's plea. Sasuke and Sakura felt bad for him, but Kakashi-sensei did say it was too difficult for them. Naruto was sobbing. Anime, tears after Tazuna's plea, Naruto couldn't help it. The other three members of Team 7 had gotten used to Naruto's affliction. He was a sucker for sob stories and even Kakashi's excuses for being late. How is Naruto so strong? Thought Sasuke as he looked at Naruto crying his eyes out. Before Kakashi could stop him, Naruto spoke with conviction when he said, "Don't worry old man, we'll continue the mission. We'll kick Gato's ass, save your country, and look awesome while doing it, or my name's not Naruto." Tazuna looked hopeful after hearing Naruto speak. Kakashi just let out a sigh. They could have gone home and done something else. But since Sasuke and Sakura looked more into continuing, he kinda had to go now. Well, it seems we are going, but I expect full payment when you get the necessary funds for whatever the mission ends up being, understood? Said Kakashi to Tazuna. After a thank you and a yes from Tazuna, Team 7 continued their now B-rank mission. Several hours later, Team 7 and Tazuna had finally hit the home stretch of their journey. After crossing a huge body of water and Tazuna's slightly built bridge, they were nearing Tazuna's house. However, Naruto sensed a presence to the left and immediately flung a kunai directed toward it. Kakashi, who had felt the same thing, went to investigate. Upon noticing a snow rabbit, Sakura hounded Naruto for almost killing the cutest rabbit ever. Naruto immediately fell into a depression from Sakura's scolding. While that was going on, Kakashi realized that the bunny was a replacement and was on high alert. Get down, said Kakashi as Naruto grabbed Sakura before ducking. Sasuke grabbed Tazuna and brought him to the ground as Kakashi ducked his head. Had they have been a second late, a large, spinning sword would have cut them in half. The sword continued over their heads as it smashed into a tree. Suddenly, a man appeared standing on the handle of the sword, looking down on the group. This man was tall and had a muscular frame with pale skin. He had short, spiky black hair, brown eyes, and small eyebrows. Bandages covered the lower half of his face like a mask. He wore his forehead protector sideways around his head and was shirtless with only a belt around his chest that held his sword on his back. He also was wearing baggy pants with the striped pattern typical of Kirigakure and mimetic wrist warmers extending up to his elbows, with matching leg warmers. The man then spoke. No wonder the demon brothers failed, they were facing the copy ninja, Kakashi Hatake, also known as Sharingan no Kakashi. Sharingan no Kakashi. Does that mean, thought Sasuke as he saw Kakashi stand up. Zabuza Momoki, also known as the Kirigakure no Kijin, demon of the hidden mist, said Kakashi as if he was uninterested in him. Well, I have to ask, what do you want? Nothing too big, just the old man's head. If you give him up, I won't kill you all, said Zabuza with an equally as carefree tone. Kakashi rose a hand to his forehead protector as he said, protect the bridge builder with your lives. Form a manji formation around him and don't join this fight as it's out of your league, he's a jonin just like me. Finished Kakashi as he team did as instructed with Naruto in front, Sasuke on his left, and Sakura on the right. I believe I'll need to use this against you, said Kakashi as he lifted his forehead protector to show a 3-tomo Sharingan in his left eye. This got varied reactions. Sakura was wondering if Kakashi was a new Uchiha. Naruto's deduced that Kakashi had it all along since he could give tips to Sasuke about it and wasn't shocked at the revelation. Sasuke was an internal wreck. How did Kakashi acquire a Sharingan? He was no Uchiha. He shouldn't have that eye, it's a birthright. Sasuke had some questions for Kakashi. Oh, the Sharingan so soon, I'm honored. Well, let's get to this, said Zabuza as he vanished to appear on top of the lake with his huge sword in tow. He landed with his left hand extended upwards while holding a half-ram seal with his right hand. Kirigakure no Jutsu, hidden in the mist technique, said Zabuza as a heavy mist blanketed the area. The mist was so thick that it hid Kakashi from his genin. 8 choices: liver, lungs, spine, jugular vein, carotid artery, brain, kidneys, or heart. Which do you want to die by? Said Zabuza with a disembodied voice that seemed to come from every direction. Everyone in the area immediately reacted to Zabuza's killing intent as it placated the area. Tazuna nearly crapped himself. He was Zabuza's direct target and only a civilian, not trained to handle fear like a ninja would be able to. Sakura grew scared out of her mind but believed that Kakashi-sensei would save them. Naruto seemed calm on the outside, but inwardly he was sweating slightly. Sasuke seemed the most panicked. Zabuza's killing intent brought back memories of Itachi and that night. He even pulled out a kunai to end it before Zabuza got the chance. Don't worry Sasuke, said Kakashi with an eye smile as he put his hands in the ram seal and a shroud of blue chakra surrounded him. That maneuver cleared the area around him in a 15-foot diameter, clearing the mist from his team so they could see him. I promise to protect you guys with my life. Nothing bad will happen. Sure about that? Questioned Zabuza in the middle of the manji formation. He was ready to sever all the heads of everyone in the formation until Kakashi immediately stopped him with a kunai to the stomach. Zabuza became shocked for a second until he turned into water. Mizu Bunshin water clone, thought Kakashi in a panic as Zabuza appeared behind him and promptly sliced him half. Zabuza's grinning face didn't last long as he realized he sliced a Mizu Bunshin. It's over, said Kakashi as he readied to slit Zabuza's throat with a kunai if he moved. Kakashi wasn't ready for another Zabuza to appear behind him and the one in front of him to dissolve into water. I'm not that easy to take down, said Zabuza as he swung to cleave Kakashi in half. Kakashi ducked the swing and put his hands up to block the follow-up kick from Zabuza that sent him sailing into the water. Zabuza smirked when he realized Kakashi was staying in the water and performed a shunshin to appear above him. This water is so heavy. Oh no, thought Kakashi urgently, but it was too late. Zabuza had already completed the hand seals for his jutsu and Kakashi found himself trapped in a sphere of water. Suten, Suiro no Jutsu, water style, water prison technique, said Zabuza, creating a dome of water that immobilized Kakashi completely. Zabuza then created another water clone as he looked at the remaining people. Kakashi, I'm going to allow you to watch me kill your students and client before I kill you, stated Zabuza as his clone stalked toward the genin slowly. Run. Get out of here. Leave me, protect the client, said Kakashi before Naruto interrupted him. Why should we run? Said Naruto as he readied to fight. First of all, the first thing you taught was to never abandon your comrades. I am not worse than scum. And secondly, if we ran, what's to say a Jonin wouldn't find us, so we'd have to deal with him anyway. So, why not fight him now? Sakura, stay with Tazuna. Sasuke, you ready to do this? Said Naruto as Sasuke activated his Sharingan, signaling he was ready. Naruto started by flinging several shurikens at the real Zabuza that his clone in front blocked. Any shuriken that passed the clone Zabuza blocked himself with his free hand. It seems that he can't remove his hand from his jutsu or move for that matter, as it would probably disrupt it and cause it to disperse. We'll aim for that, we need Kakashi, thought Naruto quickly as he and Sasuke charged in to engage Zabuza in taijutsu. Zabuza's clone began to chuckle as he was easily defending against the two brats. After a minute, he got bored with defending and violently kicked Sasuke away and readied to slice the other one, but saw him backpedaling rapidly. He noticed that he was going through a few hand seals. Doten, Doryuden Earth style, Earth Dragon Bullet, thought Naruto as he spat out some mud that quickly rose to form a huge dragon's head. The dragon proceeded to fire off several bullets of mud at the Zabuza clone, which he blocked with his huge sword. However, upon blocking the last bullet, he noticed that the blonde had disappeared and the Uchiha brat was standing in front of him wielding a Fuma Shuriken. Sasuke held the shuriken in his hand and opened it up fully and ready to fling it. As Sasuke let it go, Zabuza's clone noticed that it wasn't headed for him but rather Zabuza in the back. Zabuza chuckled as he easily caught the shuriken. His chuckle disappeared as he noticed another shuriken headed toward him that had been hidden in the shadow of the first. Zabuza jumped over the shuriken in an impressive display of agility. Too easy, said Zabuza in a snobbish tone. He wasn't ready for the shuriken to puff and turn into the blonde-haired kid, who flung a kunai at him. The kunai was perfectly aimed as it required him to move his arm out of the way lest he take a high-speed kunai to the arm. Despite moving, the kunai still nicked his cheek. Naruto got behind Zabuza as he had used a henge transformation to change into that second shuriken that Sasuke tossed to outwit Zabuza. Naruto was standing on the water when he noticed Zabuza become enraged and look at him with a murderous glare. As he was ready to fire the still-held Fuma Shuriken back at Naruto, an incredibly serious Kakashi blocked that attempt. Great job, Naruto and Sasuke. That was an ingenious plan and I couldn't be prouder, said Kakashi as he still held his glare toward Zabuza. Hey, I got distracted and let go of my jutsu, big deal, said Zabuza trying to downplay that two genin outwitted him. Don't flatter yourself, you were forced to drop it, said Kakashi as he batted away the shuriken in Zabuza's hand. Zabuza jumped away from Kakashi, who mirrored him, and went through a plethora of hand seals that Kakashi was executing at the same time and speed of him. They even shouted, Suten, Suryuden no Jutsu, water style, water dragon bullet technique, at the same time as two huge water dragons appeared and cancelled each other out when they clashed. How did that happen? The Sharingan allows the user to copy and recreate what the other is doing, but we finished at the same time. What's going on? Thought Zabuza as he went through a few hand seals for another jutsu but stopped when he noticed himself standing behind Kakashi. What? Thought Zabuza when he saw Kakashi go through hand seals for the jutsu he was about to use. Suten, Daibakufu no Jutsu, water style, great waterfall technique, said Kakashi as a huge torrent of water crashed into Zabuza and sent him careening into a tree. As soon as he hit the tree, 4 kunai from Kakashi pinned Zabuza's arms and legs to the tree. How are you doing that, can you? Said Zabuza before Kakashi interrupted him. See the future. Yes, and your future is death, said Kakashi as he walked over to Zabuza to finish the job, but 2 senbon needles struck Zabuza before Kakashi could get to him. You were right, came the voice of a hunter nin that suddenly appeared. He is dead and I thank you for weakening my target as I've chased him for a long time. The hunter nin grabbed Zabuza's arm and placed it over his head. Allow me to dispose of this body elsewhere so your genins don't have to watch, finished the hunter nin as he disappeared in a swirl of mist. Well anyway, said Kakashi back to his bored, uninterested tone as if he just didn't fight to the death just now. He covered his left eye back up and said, Tazuna, we're almost to your house right? After a nod from Tazuna, Kakashi gave an eye smile and finished with, great. Naruto, you're on carrying duty. Naruto looked confused at first until he saw his sensei collapse. Sakura ran over and performed a diagnostic jutsu. She determined that he was only experiencing chakra exhaustion and that he'd be fine in a couple of days. With that, Naruto picked up Kakashi piggyback style and they continued on their way to Tazuna's house. Eventually, right before they made it, Naruto voiced his concerns. Zabuza is still alive. Arriving at Tazuna's house that night, Team 7's exhaustion was clear from today's events. Tazuna's house had him, his beautiful daughter, Tsunami, and his young grandson, Inari, all in the same tiny home. His home was very warm and inviting as they all rested for the night after their long day of traveling and fighting. The following morning, Kakashi was left at home to recover from his chakra exhaustion. Upon awaking, Kakashi confirmed Naruto's concerns about Zabuza being alive. Though Kakashi assured Naruto it would take Zabuza at least a week to recover from his injuries given during their fight. So for the day, the rest of Team 7 followed Tazuna to the bridge to protect him. It was an uneventful day until that night back at Tazuna's house during dinner. "You're all going to die, you know," said Tazuna's grandson in a matter-of-fact tone. The comment came out of nowhere and everyone in the room became surprised by his sudden announcement. Naruto was the first to respond. "No, we're not. I'm too awesome to die before becoming Hokage and so is my team. Gato's going to murder you all for trying to stop him. Just like Kaiser," shouted Inari as he teared up remembering Kaiser, the first to stand up to Gato and was killed for it. "No, I doubt it very seriously. We'll protect your grandfather with our lives. Just you watch, kid," said Naruto with a smile, which also got a smile from Tazuna. "Stop smiling. You don't know what pain is. You don't know suffering. You've probably lived a cozy life in that ninja village of yours," said Inari as he gasped seeing Naruto's happy demeanor do 180. "Listen, so what, your life is bad now? Get over it. People have had it worst. You still have a mother and grandfather who love and take care of you. A warm house to live in and a meal every night. You have no clue what it's like to suffer." The stark shift in Naruto was mind-boggling to everyone there. He was normally such a pleasure to be around but currently was cold and apathetic. "I know a guy who lost his whole family in one night to his older brother, whom he admired. He was only 6. There's also a guy whom his entire village hated him for something out of his control. Where his existence has been ignored since being born. But you know what, they didn't mope all day long. They got up and did something about it, so they can move forward in their lives." Naruto then put his utensils down as he stood up from the table. "Sensei, I need to blow off some steam, I'll be in the forest training." Naruto vanished in a puff of smoke as he left the home. It was quiet for a few moments after he left until Sakura spoke up. "Kakashi-sensei, the first person Naruto was talking about was Sasuke-kun, right? Who is the other one?" "The other one is Naruto." "What? He always seemed so happy. How could he have had a terrible life like that?" "Indeed he was, Sakura. Naruto had a pretty rough life until the Hokage personally stepped in. He's done so much to gain the village's love but it's hard to change people's viewpoints. Naruto can change a person's viewpoint easily, but people are a different story. Maybe one day that will change. Though it has gotten better in recent years," said Kakashi as he wanted his genin to wonder what it was. What could Naruto be hated for? Thought Sasuke as before he remembered to ask Kakashi about his Sharingan. Next morning, with Naruto. The following morning was absolutely beautiful in Wave Country. Naruto had stayed out all night and fallen asleep from his training session. He was snoring heavily as he laid sprawled out on the forest floor. An extremely beautiful girl in a pink dress with long black hair and chocolate brown eyes walked into the clearing Naruto was occupying. Upon noticing Naruto snoring, she decided to wake him up. That almost proved fatal as Naruto woke up and pinned her down underneath him with a kunai at her throat. "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to attack you. It's just this country has a bad crime rate," said Naruto with a smile as he put his kunai away and removed himself. Such pretty eyes, thought the girl before noticing his hand out. She took it and was helped into a stand. "Oh, it's fine, I understand completely. Wave is a pretty violent place. My name is Haku, nice to meet you." "Naruto, a pleasure to meet you, Haku. What are you doing here all alone? You said you knew how dangerous this place was," said Naruto confused at the girl's logic. "Oh, my friend needs medical attention and there are some herbs around here that can help him. Want to help me pick them?" asked Haku with a small smile. "Of course, just tell me which ones, and I'll get them for you," said Naruto reciprocating the smile. Haku pointed out a few plants as Naruto began to grab them and place them in Haku's basket. Eventually, Haku popped a question. Are you a ninja? Why do you ask? Because I noticed your figure was suited for combat like a ninja's, said Haku. She tried to say forehead protector until she noticed I didn't have mine on. I took it off last night so I wouldn't be recognized, thought Naruto as he said, there are plenty of people with bodies like mine who are just regular civilians, but yes, I am one. I thought so. Do you have something precious to protect? I believe true strength comes from wanting to protect those precious to you, said Haku, fondly thinking about her own precious person, the one in need of medical attention. I do. My village and my friends are all precious to me and I'll protect them with my life. But you should know something, Haku. We have to face an extremely powerful foe named Zabuza. He's trying to kill us, said Naruto as Haku gasped, but don't worry. We already found him and my team is about to kill him now, said Naruto as he was watching Haku with a critical gaze. Upon seeing Haku stiffen slightly, Naruto knew he had her. I wish. If only it were that easy, said Naruto as Haku relaxed at the news. True, Naruto-kun. Thank you for your help, but I need to get this back to my friend, said Haku with another smile. Before fully disappearing, Haku turned around and said, oh, and by the way, I'm a boy. Naruto never even reacted to the shocking news as he said, no, you're not. I'm a ninja, remember. I noticed you have on chest bindings to hide your figure. Let's not forget when we first met and I had you pinned underneath me. My leg was in your business. Either you have a weird boy part or that was a lady part. One pressed enter, said Naruto, still smiling. Haku had the decency to blush upon realizing that they were that close at first. Seems I can't fool you. Either way, I need to go now. I hope to see you in the future, Naruto-kun, said Haku as she began walking away again. Tell Zabuza I said hi, said Naruto as Haku froze in place. I know you're that hunter nin. You fooled us all back there with that trick. I could have killed you earlier with that kunai and been done with it, but I didn't want to kill such a beautiful girl like yourself. Especially when I can't sense your want to kill me or my friends, even when I said we killed Zabuza. So please don't ruin this chance, don't come back for the old man and that'll be the end of it. We could even become friends, but, said Naruto as he took on a more serious face, if you come to kill the old man or my friends again, you're Zabuza, I will not hesitate to beat you to a pulp, said Naruto as he walked away. Haku stood still. Naruto figured everything from just a few minutes. He had easily deduced who she was and everything. He could have killed her when he first pounced on her and there was nothing she could have done about it. Figured out she was a girl, sensed her lack of wanting to kill someone. Her clever cover blown after a few seconds of meeting him. She had to tell Zabuza about this troubling news. 6 days later. The week had passed with no incidents. Kakashi had recovered a few days ago and began accompanying his genin to the bridge. Today would be the day that Zabuza would strike. However, Naruto wasn't there. Naruto had asked to stay home as he thought Gato would attack Tsunami to get to Tazuna. Naruto was proven right when he heard a scream and immediately set off to find out why. Naruto landed atop a building. Upon looking over the building, Naruto saw Tsunami tied up by a rope and Inari being held down by a tall man. That man was carrying a sword and another accompanied him, also carrying a sword. Naruto deemed it necessary that he should take care of this as fast as possible before something bad happened. Naruto placed his hands in the tiger hand seal and thought, Nien Shoujo no Jutsu, Temple of Nirvana technique. The thugs were laughing as it was too easy to take the bridge builder's family. Even those ninjas would stop when they noticed the hostages. Their laughing ended with a yawn when they began to notice white feathers floating down. They looked confused for a second until they both passed out into a deep slumber. Tsunami and Inari grew confused. What just happened? Why did those goons just fall asleep? Their questions became answered when Naruto landed in between them. Told you I'm awesome. Now I have to go help my friends as they will need me, said Naruto as he went through 4 hand seals and ended in the ram seal. Iwabunshin no Jutsu, rock clone technique, said Naruto as 4 pieces of rock peeled off Naruto's body and formed into 4 Narutos. My clones will keep you safe until it is all over. Inari, if they need it, help protect your mom. It's time to stop moping, you need to become the next Kaiser around here, said Naruto as he vanished with a shunshin, leaving only an afterimage behind. Tazuna's bridge. At the bridge, a battle had broken out almost as soon as they arrived. Kakashi had gone off to face Zabuza. Sakura was left guarding Tazuna as Sasuke went in to face the Hunter Enin. Sasuke was dismantling the Hunter Nin in taijutsu. He had a clear advantage in that aspect with his Sharingan. You're good and fast. Your eyes allow you to adjust perfectly in the middle of a battle, impressive. However, I wonder if your body can keep up with my true speed, said the Hunter Nin as she placed her hands in a unique hand seal. A thin sheet of ice appeared in between Sasuke and the faux Hunter Nin as she said, Makyo Hyosho, demonic ice mirrors. Sasuke soon found himself trapped in a dome of 21 identical ice mirrors. He then saw the Hunter Nin step into one of the mirrors and appear in all the mirrors. After a moment, Sasuke had to dodge a barrage of Senbon needles. Sasuke still managed to get hit by several Senbon though, 2 in the shoulder and 4 in his leg. Sasuke stood up and determined that fire trumps ice, so he was going to melt the mirrors. Kaiten, Gokakyu no Jutsu, fire style, great fireball technique, said Sasuke as he sent a huge torrent of fire into one of the mirrors. He became surprised when the mirror was only lightly melted at the corners though. The mirror then regenerated right before his eyes. That level of jutsu will do you no justice here, said the Hunter Nin as she pulled out more Senbon to toss at Sasuke. I need to end this fight quickly. This jutsu is very chakra taxing and he already proved he can keep up by dodging that first attack. Before I get tired and slow down, I need to put him down, thought Haku as she was ready to end Sasuke. Haku fired an unavoidable amount of Senbon at Sasuke that would surely finish him. I'm sorry Naruto-kun, but I follow Zabuza-sama's wishes, thought Haku sadly as she knew Sasuke would meet his end. That was all for naught as a flash of yellow appeared in her ice mirrors. Naruto appeared with his hands clasped together as he thought, futon, daytopper, wind style, great breakthrough. A sudden gust of wind appeared and blew all the Senbon away. You okay Sasuke? Asked Naruto with his eyes locked on Haku. Or at least her reflection. Said Sasuke as he continued with, these mirrors are tough. My fire does not affect them. We might have been able to break one if you had stayed outside, but it's too late for that now. She's too fast to let you out of here without a fight. Hello, Naruto-kun. It seems your arrival is very untimely, but you're in my domain now and here I reign supreme, said Haku as she continued to send out Senbon after Senbon. Naruto and Sasuke were dodging them with ease as Haku had to split up her targets. Eventually, Naruto got tired of dodging and decided to end the fight. Haku, it's over, said Naruto as he flared his chakra. The effect was instantaneous. The area inside of Haku's jutsu cracked as well as the mirrors. All the fighting stopped immediately at the display of raw power. Sakura was feeling the sheer power behind the chakra and hoped it was on her side as she couldn't see through the mist. Kakashi and Zabuza both stopped at the feeling of the chakra. Kakashi grew scared thinking the Kyuubi was breaking out. That turned into awe as he realized it was only Naruto. Zabuza grew concerned for Haku inwardly. He knew Haku wouldn't be able to handle such power, he was doubting if he could. Sasuke stared in disbelief at Naruto. He had never seen this from Naruto. After 3 years of training together and being friends, Naruto still had tricks. It was during that moment that Sasuke realized the gap between him and Naruto was still too big, if not bigger. Naruto was amazing. Haku stared shocked when she saw Naruto flare his chakra. It had cracked all of her mirrors from just chakra presence alone. The kind, gentle look and the pretty violet eyes from yesterday were gone. The coldest, violet eyes replaced them with an equally chilling glare. He just broke her jutsu in mere moments. It seemed he was serious about beating her to a pulp if she came. Sasuke shoot a fireball at 10 o'clock, said Naruto as Sasuke flew through the hand seals and breathed out another huge fireball without hesitation. Haku knew that even in their cracked state, her mirrors could stand to Sasuke's attack. She wasn't ready to see an entire corner of her dome obliterated by Sasuke's jutsu. How? Asked a shocked Haku. Kaiten, Choshinsei fire style, supernova, it's a beautiful collaboration jutsu of Sasuke's fireball and my great breakthrough. It's pretty powerful and now we know this fight is over, said Naruto as he channeled a bit of Kurama's chakra and vanished in front of the mirror Haku was in. Haku had no time to gasp as she attempted to speed to another mirror but her leg got caught by Naruto. Naruto then proceeded to swing her around and smash her through the mirror she just came out of. She skidded across the ground a bit until she managed to backflip back up. Upon landing on her feet, a fist met her chin. A powerful fist from Naruto sending her even further back. Naruto had performed a shunshin and appeared in Haku's face, and upon her looking up, Naruto landed a debilitating blow on her. He knew he smashed her mask because he channeled chakra into that fist. A lot of it, from him and Kurama. She wouldn't be getting up for a little while after that. He walked over to Haku and took a knee next to her prone form. Why Haku? Why would you work for Zabuza when he's trying to damn a whole country by killing a bridge builder for an evil man? You're not like this, so why go so far? Asked Naruto sadly. Zabuza gave me purpose. I was an orphan when he found me. He trained me to be his tool and I have failed him. I am broken and no longer of use to my master. I cannot further aid my master in his goal of taking down Kirigaku's Yondai Mizukage to keep him from killing off all the bloodline users in my home. Zabuza isn't that bad to do that, Naruto-kun. Zabuza-sama feels his home is more important to him than this country's. I'm sure you'd do the same for Konoha, said Haku as she then looked up at Naruto with a pleading look. Please kill me. Naruto grew shocked to hear what Zabuza's real goal was. Naruto thought Zabuza was just out to earn some money and didn't care about the people he affected by doing so. But after hearing Haku's answer, Naruto found a solution to solve all of this. No, Haku-chan, I can't kill my friends. Besides, if you died here, you'd never get back to helping your homeland with Zabuza. Now get your pretty little buns up, we have to go save your sensei before Kakashi kills him, said Naruto as he offered Haku a hand. Haku was speechless as the kind, gentle eyes she had met came back again. Her body felt rejuvenated after looking into them. Haku took Naruto's hand, blushing slightly from Naruto's warmth, and set off with him to find Zabuza. Sasuke stood in disbelief. Was I just forgotten? How the hell does Naruto know that Hunter Nin's name? And she's a girl. I would have been defeated by a girl if Naruto hadn't come. I need to train harder, I won't let Naruto stay so far ahead of me, thought Sasuke. With Zabuza and Kakashi. Kakashi had just trapped Zabuza in an awkward position. Zabuza had 9 dogs attached to him all over his body and was at Kakashi's complete mercy at the moment. Kakashi had just told Zabuza about showing him his only original jutsu when a yellow flash appeared in between them. Yo sensei, said Naruto as Haku appeared a few moments after him. Hello, Naruto. It seems you've reached a compromise with Zabuza's help. Care to explain? Said Kakashi as his dogs still held firm to Zabuza. Naruto replied, well, I came in to save Sasuke, though I'm sure he could have won if the match lasted longer. I defeated Haku and she told me about Zabuza's goal. Zabuza's actually fighting for a good cause. He wants to end the reign of the Yondai Mizukage, finished Naruto as Kakashi looked incredulously at Zabuza. I thought he was just doing this for money, it seems Zabuza does fight for good, thought Kakashi. Even though he thought that his dogs were still holding down Zabuza. So what are you saying we should do, Naruto? Asked Kakashi. I say we let them go after Tazuna completes the bridge. Killing them now would be unnecessary as it's clear they can't defeat us, said Naruto as he trailed off when he felt over 250 chakra signatures approaching the bridge. Haku and Zabuza stared at Naruto until Kakashi said, Sensor, must feel someone coming. Upon hearing that, Zabuza and Haku both looked in the direction that Naruto was. About a minute later, a group of about 250 people appeared with a short man in front clapping. Gato, what are you doing here? Said Zabuza still with Kakashi's ninja dog pack on him. It seems the demon of the mist was a farce in the end. I knew you couldn't complete the mission. And even if you had, I would have killed you anyway. What do I look like paying a punk like you? So I waited until you all tired yourselves out and now I'm going to have my men dispose of all of you, including the bridge builder, said Gato as he laughed. It seems we are no longer enemies, Kakashi, said Zabuza as Kakashi nodded and his ninja dogs dispelled in a puff. Zabuza was still pretty roughed up though and couldn't use his arms at the moment. He looked at Naruto and said, Hey kid, spare a kunai. Naruto looked at Zabuza for a moment until he said, Sure, as long as I get to use your sword. Zabuza chuckled at Naruto's naivety. He wouldn't be able to pick up that sword, and even if he could, he wouldn't have the strength to use it. Sure, whatever, kid, I just need it back after we're done, said Zabuza as he caught Naruto's kunai in his teeth. Kakashi lowered his headband back down as he wouldn't need it for this fight. Haku also stepped up by Zabuza's side as she was willing to take out a few. Sasuke appeared on Kakashi's side as well, believing he might as well take his frustration out on something, and Gato brought the perfect opportunity. In the middle, wielding the Kubikiriboko decapitating carving knife, was Naruto. Naruto had to channel some of Kurama's chakra to augment his strength just so he could wield it. It felt so good in his hands. Looking to his right and seeing Zabuza and Haku, then to his left to see Kakashi and Sasuke, Naruto smirked. Let's go wild. 2 days later. How did Zabuza kill the most people and even Gato with no arms? That's outrageous, said Naruto as he was reminiscing about the battle at the bridge a few days ago. I'm good like that, kid, I'm good like that, said Zabuza. Well, Kakashi, it seems me and Haku are done from doing this type of business. Maybe we will go and see how Kiri is doing since it's been almost a decade since I left. The Bloodline Rebels may have an organized front we can join. Kakashi nodded as he had heard all about Kiri's internal issues. Until next time, Zabuza, hopefully on friendlier terms, said Kakashi as he waved goodbye. Zabuza then turned to Naruto and said, Kid, you could have let us be killed. But you didn't, and for that I say, you suck as a ninja, said Zabuza as he looked shocked to see Naruto slump over and fall into a terrible depression. Could this kid not take a joke? But you're a hell of a person and I'm glad to call you a friend. Thank you for giving us the chance to live. Maybe one day I'll teach you how to use a sword. Just ask and I'll try to arrange something. Until then, don't be such a punk ass, said Zabuza as he fist bumped Naruto. Naruto-kun, thank you so much, I don't know what would have happened. I could have died, Zabuza-sama could have died. But none of that happened, because you're such a forgiving person. Thank you for the chance we didn't deserve. I hope to see you in the future sometime, said Haku as she got bold and hugged Naruto. So warm, thought Haku. And I the same. See you later, Haku. And kick some ass in the war, said Naruto as they broke apart and waved goodbye. As Naruto watched them walk away, he turned around to see his team halfway down the path already. Guys, wait up. My team shows me no love, said Naruto crying as he raced to catch his teammates. As he was trying to reach his team, Naruto didn't get to hear the naming of Tazuna's bridge. The Great Naruto Bridge, in honor of the most recent hero of Wave. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.